family emergency, so with her being out, we got together and she asked me if I could run the meeting for today. She asked for the details, that's not my place to share. So,
That's fine.
so we'll start with the invocation and pledge. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you today with gratitude for the opportunity to serve our community. Thank you for our freedoms we enjoy, for the people who call this city home, and for the responsibility entrusted to those gathered here tonight. We ask for your guidance and wisdom as we conduct the business of this council. Help us to listen carefully, speak thoughtfully, and act with integrity. Give us the ability to weigh decisions with fairness and foresight so that what we do here will serve the best interests of our residents both today and for future generations to come. Grant patience where there are differences, clarity where there are difficult choices, and unity where common purposes can be found. Remind us that our role is one of stewardship, serving the people of this community with humility, respect, and responsibility. May the work be done in this meeting contribute to a stronger, safer, and more prosperous city for us all. In your name we pray. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Where's she going? I was going to ask Cheyenne if she has the list.
Yeah, just grab it.
Are there any public comment?
Yes, Barb Minton.
But mine was to Lori. And I was going to express gratitude to Thanksgiving for all that she's done the last 8 years she's been here. So I will wait till, is she going to be at the next meeting?
Should be.
Okay. I'll just wait till next one then.
Okay.
Danny Junkin, it says the subject is executive session, but do you want to speak now?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I thought it would be appropriate to say thank you. And for something that we didn't even do when I was in your positions. And that is when you've held executive sessions of late, or I don't know, last year or so, you've allowed us to stay here, and it saves everybody a lot of grief. I know it's a bit of a hassle to pack up and go in another room. I just do think it's appropriate to say thank you. That's all.
Next item we have, number 4, it's on the consent agenda. And on that, there is item C, which is actually pulled with everything that happened. Lord was not able to have that finished with everybody, so it has been pulled. So that leaves A, B, and D. Are there any questions, comments, concerns?
I'd like to remove A and B for further discussion.
Okay, so we'll just pull everything out and go through one at a time. So, all right, for item A. And I'll do my best to answer the questions.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Item 4A, honestly, I'd like to have it removed because of it being incomplete, again, not showing all payments, no ACH payments, no all state bank payments, no cash, no credit card payments being shown. And last month, the council did go ahead and pass this with objection, and my objection is still the same. That's all I have on 4A. So I'd like to make a motion that we table 4A so corrections can be made.
I don't run moves as fast as Lori does, so agree on that.
No problem.
Okay, so we have a motion. The motion was to table.
Right.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Vote, all 4?
I got a question. Hold it up. If we table it, do we have to make a motion and vote? That's a good question.
Yeah, so there's a couple ways to handle it from a parliamentary standpoint. Typically, a table is at least a formal way of saying that it was acknowledged. We took an action to table to return to it. Taking no action on it would effectually table it in a way, but you don't necessarily know if it's coming back.
Gotcha.
But by tabling, you kind of assert that, look, we're not ignoring it. It needs to come back. Sometimes there'll be a table that says, I table this until next meeting, like you designate when you want it back versus just a general table. But the act of tabling it allows it to be something on the agenda, or something, a motion known. Hey, we tabled it. When's it coming back? That sort of thing.
Through a formal motion, correct?
Say again.
Through a
Through a formal motion and action that's recorded in the minutes versus no action, which is, well, what does that mean?
But it was, just to be clear, Justin, the motion was until corrections can be made. Not until a certain date.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Take a vote on that one. Everybody for?
Aye.
I have a question, Phil. If I'm running the meeting, can I vote?
Yes, you can still make motions. You can still materially participate and vote.
Okay.
Just as Mayor Pro Tem, you're just running the decorum of the meeting.
Right, and that's where the question was. Okay. So that's unanimous. Okay, 4B, monthly financial statement.
Okay. So on 4B, last month we took no action on 4B. And the reason was there were quite a few things that we mentioned, and obviously everyone agreed that we just need to not take action. I thought that maybe it would come back this meeting to be again addressed with the corrections. And so I guess that has to be addressed with Lori as to when you're going to bring back December financial statements.
Right.
But on this one, I have some of the same issues. When you look at, we just had a report from RMS. It shows a recovery of $37,000 from the top 25 and $40,000 total. He said that is done on the calendar and is done with our information. Yet our totals add up to only $30,884, which shows at least a $9,000 shortage on sales tax when you include A and B. That's what everybody included. Okay, so I'm questioning that. I still have the issue with CDARS not being in here. So do you need,
CDARS.
do you need the first one? I can give you Justin
I
the
have to think what he's
folks
saying.
later if you want.
That's fine.
And CDARS is not being, CDAR interest is not being included. Then you go down, I'm sorry, I'll call a page up. On page 6, maintenance and repair, we had $26,000, that was the December figure. It was questioned in December, and so anything that changes in December will obviously change January. Right, they're rolling forward. So I questioned that, so that's why I circled it and said, well, until we get an answer, we don't know. And I was hoping maybe at the next meeting or so, we could ask Stacy to attend, because she is the finance person and could answer some of these questions on the spot.
Okay.
So maybe make a note that I'm requesting for her to attend the next meeting. Travel and training. So travel and training we discussed a lot, especially since I traveled or trained, and it was reduced. It was reduced in the budget to $6,000. And on this report, it shows it as $10,000 annual budget. So that's incorrect.
What page is that on?
I'm sorry, page 9.
Okay.
And it's 110-5262.
Okay.
So in public safety, we had $14,000 budgeted. I don't know if that was for the flock cameras, but I remember the flock being $7,000. And so I guess I'm questioning the budget figure again. We'd have to go back and find it. I could not. It's a question for Fund View. And on the current month actuals, the reason why I had a problem with even the payment schedule is you'll see a payment for internet. We know we pay AT&T every month, and so we either did not pay them, and it was previously noted that we had paid them 2 months or 3 months late. And that's concerning, actually, since, you know, we had somebody dedicated to making those payments, and it's not in the payment register, and it's not in the financials. I looked for any check to equal any of the amounts listed here. Janitorial services is there. Most of your payments for IRS and everything, doing just fine. That's all showing up. The payroll's showing up correctly. So we had the next thing I noticed was on EDC 4A. You got only 3,000, it's going to be the same for everybody. You got 3860 as your month. Previous month, you had $12,000, which was a bonus month, obviously, right?
I paid you on there.
I'm sorry.
You got all your notes, but we got to put
I
catch.
understand, page 18,
Okay, thank you.
sorry.
Okay.
Page 18, top of the page, EDC 4A, item 200-4013. I'm just questioning that it's such a low amount that maybe, and especially when you go back and see what RMS said they collected. So the figures don't jive.
Are you comparing RMSs for January?
January?
Or current?
January,
Okay.
just for January, not, yeah, because we actually, that's the last thing he gave us, and we had the briefing, good briefing, by the way. And then CDRs again for EDCs.
The interest part, not the expenses.
Right, the interest. And then we have on page 24, I looked at EDC 4A marketing. It says advertising and marketing, and I know you're paying monthly, right? And there's nothing there. And then on the next page, 25, lighting and landscaping, and maybe Justin, you can answer this or not, but lighting and landscaping has $120 paid, and year-to-date is $2,700. And I have to believe it's paid by credit card, because Hudson is paid by credit card. So if it's paid by credit card, nothing else is showing up as paid by credit card. And if it's paid by credit card, whose credit card? Mayor's or hers? I'm sorry, the secretary's.
I
Right.
can't answer that one, but if it is paper credit card, I don't remember.
I thought it was auto track, I could be wrong.
I thought it was an
Well,
I
ACH.
thought it was ACH, but I
So
could be
it's-
wrong.
If it's ACH, it has to go to Wallace Bank. And if it's ACH, Wallace Bank, it should be in the payments showing an ACH. You can't not show an
It should be
ACH.
going to Wallace, though. If it was ACH, it was activated first.
Okay, so all I would say is if you pull the Wallace State Bank statements, Justin, and the New First statements, showing the credit card payments, this can be easily answered. Okay.
Or ACH, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll figure out where it's
Okay.
coming from.
I just wanted to be accurate, that's all.
Okay. I'm assuming the same on both.
Yeah, and then the rest of my questions were basically CDRs. And honestly, because I attended your 4B, 4A meeting, I had a question on professional services that we have 30,000 for, and the man himself said he's not charging you yet, so that's fine. There's nothing to be billed.
There's nothing to be
Right.
done.
I would have had that question. And again, on advertising 4B, there's a zero amount of advertising marketing.
What page is that
Same number, but it's 4B. Let's see, I'll give you the 381-5032, page 34. Again, I apologize for the page numbers.
Okay.
And on Keep Simonton Beautiful, we know they have at least one CDAR, and there's no interest income. Like to see that posted in there, even if it's $3, I don't think it won't be much. That was page 39 and 40, yes, CDARs. And that's it. With that, I'd like to make a motion to table until corrections are made and resubmitted to the council, along with December 25 financial statements. Corrected.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second to table this to a future meeting,
Actually, until corrected.
until corrected for a future meeting until corrected. Vote on it. All those for?
Aye.
Aye. That's unanimous.
Aye.
C was pulled. So next item is D, meeting minutes. Are there any questions on that?
Nick?
I don't have any questions, but there are a few typos that I sent to Cheyenne that need to be fixed, so I'll make the motion to approve upon the typo correction.
Second.
Okay, so got a motion and a second, so we'll take a vote. All those for?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. Okay. New business. B5A is the next item. Consider to take action on Lamar CISD Elementary School number 40, the submittal of the building plans. 200 and something pages, so we didn't print them out. 240 pages or something?
It was almost 300 pages, yeah. But it is available for review if you
If
like.
there was a question on it, we can run through them. This is the same one they came and presented when they talked to us about it. They talked to us about both sides, the elementary and the high school, and how the lot goes through ATJ. Did you have any questions? Or
Yeah,
anything?
it's just a reminder, 2 driveway connections are in our ETJ, nothing else, so. Really from an engineering review point, it's those curb cuts.
Yeah, hey, it's nice.
Just a little.
Drive on
Yeah.
300 pages
property
of
without
curb
us, right?
Well,
Right.
I mean, every impacted government entity got the same plan, but.
So the only comment I have, Justin, is
Yeah,
that
that's a good idea.
because it is just driveway and curbs and all, and it's a very small part of land, we lose revenue, potential revenue for that piece of land if it ever came to the city, because you don't collect school
Correct.
taxes to the city. So it's just to be clear on that.
Yeah. No, you can't build the sidewalk for the school. Okay. There is a letter which is out on 5A in your book. It is from the county engineer, or excuse me, city engineer. So they reviewed it and their opinion on it.
So you need our approval? Yeah, so I'll make a motion to approve Lamar Consolidated ISD review on construction plans for the 2 entrances in our city's ETJ.
I'll second.
Okay, so been a motion and a second. Take a vote. All those for?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous.
It's coming along. Go back today.
Hold it, 'cause me making notes. Next item is B5B, which is discussion and possible action on the audio-video project for council chambers that Eric has worked on. We have the floor to you.
Okay, so the work is complete. Everybody got a package, and it's technical in many ways. But I have a recommendation recommendation there. I'm not going to make a recommendation. It's up to the council who has verified my work and have any comments to make the recommendation to approve my recommendation, which is a motion that's submitted to you on one of the last pages. So we can either choose to continue and approve the project and move it forward. We can do whatever the council chooses to do. But basically, my part in this is done unless I'm asked by the mayor or someone else to do more work. And so with that said, Justin, you can we'll either go to motion and discussion or whatever you want to do.
Was there any discussion?
Yeah.
I personally have some questions.
Yeah, I have some questions too. So you said last page, but I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what the sequence of what you're
It
getting.
should be this page.
Adversely, the financial impact with what you've recommended is $40,900. It's got $41,000.
Let me turn to that page.
I don't know what page. It's like a 7 or 1.
So,
It's a 1. The recommended action, same as the financial impact.
yes, and I also mentioned in there, do you have the part where it says where we would get the money from?
I looked, but I didn't see.
It says we would get the
Oh,
money.
general fund is what I saw. Sorry.
No, it says it would get the money from the payroll, the same place we got the money for the other project, from payroll.
Technology and.
Technology, right.
Did we already have a budget for that?
We had a budget, and the budget was 20,000, and it was, we all knew, right, going in the very beginning, that was going to be way short, there's no way it was going to be 20,000, even on the initial review. So I dug deeper and got the two proposals and benchmarked them against each other and compared the products, everything that they're going to deliver, and came up with the award to the one that you see there, CTI, and then said, okay, so we're short. So what are we short? And the motion have to include getting the money like we did with the last project. This time I just decided if the council wants to propose right now to take the money from the same place we took payroll, that we took the money from, what they 186,000.
And it was what, 15,000?
I was gonna say, what was the balance left to pay out? Like what it was?
Well, it was 210,000. We had lots of money left in payroll because
No. What we took for the.
we took 30. We took, I think, 31, because it was 155 and it's 186. So 155, 186, 65, 75, 85, 86. 31,000, approximately.
Yeah, and even if we hired somebody now, it'd be 30 days before, 30 to 45 days before we even got them on board.
And then we're into almost the next budget.
But you said, CIC funding source, general fund, capital technology allocation.
That's what it is, capital technology.
Meaning we would move it over to that.
Right.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah, it's a budget amendment.
Well, we did a lot of work on it, appreciate it.
Thanks.
One of the questions I have, and no one else has one, is there's a standard with technology is anywhere from 5 to 7% cost of maintenance on one. So that's something we need to look at for future budget cycles. How we want to look at that. Just so everybody's aware that that will come out to a little over $2,000 a year just for maintenance
For this is.
for this system.
For either system?
Well,
As they're submitted close together.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
the other system would have been higher because they just, yes, the other system would have been higher, guaranteed. But the point with this is that you have a higher technology system, so they're also offering that we can come service, we can come to a meeting, we can come and show you anything, and if we have to retrain anybody, there might be a charge. So he's right in that you typically throw in about $2,000 or so into that from the price annually. So when we get to budget time, we'll get that figure clarified. As a matter of fact, if we do this project, we'll get that figure clarified.
So we can hold them to a service agreement.
Absolutely, service agreement, right.
What, your recommendation was for CTI, correct, or legit?
Yes.
Because it depends on which one, I had different questions.
CTI is recommended, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, because I had questions on legitimate $238 and some change per hour for installation. Guess there's no point in going through theirs.
No, so if you look at the comparisons, all it becomes totally obvious as to why there's only one guy standing at the end of the day.
And that's from the two analysis that you actually did.
The Rubik's, the one-on-one, the comparisons of equipment, everything else.
Yeah, and all of them showed, and that's where mine was, so. Yeah, I was confused because I was thinking you were saying that you were recommending legit work, so I had a lot more questions, so.
No.
No, and one thing I did do is do analysis on what the average pay for a city our size, up to about 4,000 people. And there's one exception where somebody went crazy and spent 200 grand, but other than that, it was in the neighborhood of 30 to 45 from what I saw, so I can't object to the math.
It's hardware's went up. We're doing a whole revamp right now, and it's went up. So the dollar signs don't scare, or yeah, it's scary, but I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
So the reason why I think it happened, and I also included here, as the mayor asked, a comparison of that 20,000 that we had originally, and the fact that it's now 40,000 plus. So I'll put that in there and show y'all what happened there, and that it was not even apples to apples what happened there. So it was just to explain, we budgeted the 20,000, and the mistake was taking that bid and thinking it was technical and complete.
Was it 20 or 28? I thought it was 28.
No, because you even had, at some point, we even had the EDCs was going to, oh, you did, to get it to, I think, to the 20, right?
No, it was the EDCs offered in addition, and then when we went back and looked, those funds were reallocated.
Okay.
So we figured, we didn't know where it was going to be.
Yeah, so I just took the budget number and said, this is what we're going to have to get.
So the only thing I could ask is, there's a handful of other vetted places that we wanted to reach out just to double check. But everything I saw, that answered my questions. All mine were legit work. So my analysis was the same.
So the two quick questions, is it scalable?
Yes.
And if this guy gets hit by a Greyhound bus tomorrow, can somebody else work on it?
Yes, but the CTI is a company, they're not going away. So yes.
Yeah,
that's
what,
Not an
okay.
individual.
And CTI they had the tracking cameras, correct?
Yes.
Okay, which is a lot
So
better than having.
when I talk too
somebody-
much or somebody else wants to butt in, it's going to move over to you.
Have two people on that side and watch the
Yes.
camera move.
Yes.
What's it,
Well, actually,
what's that
it'll-
buzzer under his seat?
No, actually, it'll track the audience if you want.
Yeah, whoever.
Yes. So we have a speaker, it'll track the speaker.
Okay.
If we have a guy in the back calling bullshit, it'll track the bullshit.
Why are you calling out your buddy?
I'm not calling out my buddies.
What a. What that's all my question.
No, I just, like I said to you before, I read it and reread it and tried to understand it, and this is just not my comfort zone of understanding. So I'm really going to rely on the rest of you to tell us what you think is best for the city, because I don't feel like I can make a proper informed decision, because I don't understand a lot of this. So.
I appreciate that comment, but that's the whole point about different people have different
Yeah.
knowledge of different things, and we need to use as a council the best knowledge we have.
That's what I'm saying, I'm relying on your knowledge, and your knowledge, because you don't have knowledge of this. But it did a little bit. I was trying to read through it, like, okay.
So are you going to project manage this to the end?
If the council desires that, absolutely. And then what'll happen is you only have Cheyenne, right?
Yeah.
And this is a technical project, and so yes.
Oh, she don't need it anymore.
No,
That's the
she
reason
doesn't need
I'm
any more.
asking the question.
This is not gonna be a long duration type thing.
That's what I was gonna ask, how long does it take for everything to
It
be?
might take them 3 weeks and we'd be done. The only thing in addition is, well, we have electrical, so,
You guys go up here?
and yeah, and there, and the ceiling to go back to
That's really good.
the room. Andrew?
I like the idea. This year to me is, we're getting it done year. I think my gut tells me we're fine with doing the budget amendment because we haven't hired, and we're already in March 17th, St. Pat's Day. So that's from, what, October 1st to now. So if we spend another 20, we should be okay.
Well, you can also pull it from technology, 'cause we've got 20,000 budgeted, and we're looking at 40, so it's only.
To be 20.
Right, 20.
Right,
so-
Delta's the 20.
Right, so technology had, what was it on? I don't remember off the top of my head what technology budget is. But it's.
I don't know why I had 28 in my head, but Eric says 20.
It was on.
It's okay.
Well, without having
Have
to go
the
into the.
budget? You don't have a computer with you?
It's over here, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's because I wouldn't know how to recommend the Delta.
The Delta is recommended on the motion.
To pull from.
If you're right on the 20.
If I'm right on 20.
Yeah, that's where I was.
I got you.
I understand your
Wait, right here.
I think
Trying
there
to
was 20 allocated for this project, but there was definitely more. Are we talking about?
technology or to,
Yeah,
all
it's-
stuff.
Yeah, because there's other things that come out of that item.
there is,
What we
so we may
have,
not have the full 20. So
equipment,
Hold on, let's see what he says.
200, equipment had AV and the chamber's proposed reduction to $390, so we took it away. On that one, I'm looking at the budget, I'm trying to find it right now for you. 5E.
Did we buy you guys a computer or something recently?
I think we did.
What?
Just two of them.
Buy?
Purchase?
No, we only bought that one, she bought the one to replace the oldest one in there. The other 5, we haven't replaced. You got a new computer?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
Those are gonna have to be replaced. So the.
What was the price on those again? I forgot.
They're like $1,000 a piece.
Oh, jeez, I wish mine were.
Well, right now, actually, Dell has a 15-inch, if you wanted to put a 15-inch across, oh, it's $389 for us to use.
Monitor.
Period, done.
I was talking about computer.
Oh,
Yeah, computer. He's on a computer.
We were talking about computer.
$389 for a 15-inch Dell right now.
15-inch Dell computer?
Yes, laptop.
Oh, laptop.
Well, which would be sufficient
There we
for.
go. I needed that word, laptop. It helped.
Oh, okay,
Get word
sorry.
more.
He's like, what are we
Sorry.
I'm
talking
talking
about?
about 15-inch monitor.
I have, payroll had 216,000 to it. And then I'm looking at the flock cameras did have from 7 to 14,000 for technology in technology. 100 technology had current budget of 7, 14,000, and in the comments it said flock safety. So I don't know if flock is going to cost us twice as much, or we have 7,000 coming from that. Okay, chamber IT, building improvements had 21,000. It's 100-40-5319, and I have it on page 3 or 4. And it had 21,000 building improvements. It says 10,500 encumbered from 25 for chamber IT, had 10,500 for 26, so it's 21,000. And security camera upgrade, whatever that security camera upgrade is. Because it's not this.
No, that's something different.
So I used 20. You said it should be safe number, put it to a full total and just take the rest from where we need to, if we're going to do this. Now, I may also say, you don't have to do this tonight, right? The council can do whatever the council wants to do, but we were intent on trying to get this one done. And
When's our next meeting?
April, probably
Would
around
that be the 21st?
3rd Tuesday.
Yes.
Oh, good, because I won't be here.
Nice to us though. So we got
I hope I'm not here. I can tell you that.
There's a possibility of having a special meeting though. There's always that possibility.
Well,
so.
True, and the only other comment I'm going to make is, as far as money and where we get the money, this budget, we're never going to spend all of this budget. And money can be moved from anywhere or even from reserves. So I'm not so worried that we are handcuffing ourselves from doing anything that we really want to do. It's just up to the council. So if, like you say, Andy, we want to make progress, get things done, then this would be one that would be pretty nice to get done.
And did you talk to Lori at all about if she agreed with pulling the money from that bucket?
I have not been able to talk to Lori.
Okay. Well, I meant you had this last week. I didn't know prior to doing this.
She has the same thing, and I asked her the same questions. If you have any questions on this whatsoever, or any comment.
Okay.
We
Well, that
had
would be
worked,
my only concern.
yeah, so we had worked together on this, by the way.
Had or had not?
Have,
Oh, okay.
HAVE,
Got it.
to some point, and then it was
Right.
just all mine after that.
Okay.
Motion can be made to, should we want to do that, where she could pull, or the mayor could pull from whichever available funds, could we not?
So you could make a motion to pull, to approve the project, fund it from the 20,000, plus pull the 21,000 additional from reserve pending, follow-on council meeting. And then if Lori comes back, or Mayor comes back with hey, let's pull it from this fund, council can make a motion, get on the agenda again, council can make a motion to, let's do a budget adjustment, instead of pulling it from there, let's pull it from here, or let's put those monies back into reserve or whatever, things like that, if we really need to. I wouldn't necessarily leave it completely open-ended to pull it from any fund, because then you kind of want to designate it so we know the money's there. So it could be if you believe you have funds in the personnel or salary bucket, pull it from that bucket. And then if it turns out we don't, or hey, we're ready to hire next month, but we need that back, okay, well then make a motion to pull from reserve into salary, right? Then you kind of just adjust the adjustment and move what you need to make it work. Yeah.
So if someone's going to make a motion on that, it is, you had talked about it being in capital, right? So we can make a motion that we take it from the current 2026 budget of 100-40-5319, take 20,000 from there, and then take the rest. What I'm proposing is you take the rest from 100, let's see where it is, 100-10-5200, which is payroll. The balance, and you can just make it as take it from that and payroll to provide the total amount, and then that just be it.
Yeah, but I don't think we'd have to take it from technology, that's already there for this. We're just
Yeah, I
doing
understand.
budget management.
Right, you're gonna use two line items.
Use the budgeted money and then the additional come from.
I think we just,
I guess what I'm trying to say, Andy, is we make it very specific. It's coming from 100-10-whatever, building the 20,000. And the balance is, yes, which is already budgeted, and the balance is coming from payroll, which is not budgeted for this
Take from the
purpose.
budgeted funds and.
You're mentioning,
additional from the-
you're mentioning the budget to fund.
yeah, so then if we end up needing a computer or something, we'll just do another budget amendment.
Well, I think that give me the line item number that
Yeah.
you're taking the first 20,000 from, not the payroll, the other one.
Right, it's 100-40-5319, and on
And
here
that's capital, right?
is building improvements, it's called.
Okay,
And
well
funding.
then that's not the same line item that I was talking about. I thought that we were talking about our actual technology line item.
I thought we had
That's why-
some specific.
No, he's talking about a capital
Yeah,
outlay
that
item.
specific outlay was already designed for this project.
Okay.
Yeah,
That is.
if we need to purchase a laptop down the road, there's a technology line item
Yeah.
budget.
Now we can use-
And there was some discussion early
Okay.
on about pulling from the technology to
Right.
supplement this, but then that would deplete that. But we have an excess in salary that we believe right
Good
now.
memory.
I didn't realize that you were talking about a capital line item.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused.
Okay, now all of that makes sense, so I would like to make a motion that we use 100-40-5319 of 20,000 and then pull from, and then pull from 100, a budget amendment from 100-10-5200 of 20,000, which is an employee line that we haven't used yet. Am I saying it right?
It would be 21.
Okay,
Because it's
21,000.
the
Yeah.
difference is what,
24.
2944.43, so
Okay,
just,
so 21,000 budget amendment.
Why just as the balance of?
Yeah, that's what it said.
yeah, we
Once
just
you
do the
change that-
balance of.
I don't mind. If could change that to just balance of, the additional amount from payroll, then we could.
For the balance of,
Yeah.
and this is a not to exceed of $40,944.43 for, what do we call it? Approve the AV modernization proposal for Simonton City Council chambers
Right, and approve the engagement with CTI.
and approve the engagement with
Yeah,
CTI.
specifically to.
And,
You get all that?
and approve the mayor to execute the
Yeah,
contract.
yeah, right,
Well, that's what the last part. Does that cover that, or do I need to add
No, you need to add.
yeah. Just give, yeah, you can give the mayor authority to execute.
that?
Page 2.
Okay, mayor to execute the selected CTI vendor contract in the amount not to exceed $40,044 using funding 440-5319, technology 21,100-10-5200 payroll for 21,000
Payroll for the budget for the.
for the
Remaining.
budget for the city council AV modernization project.
Or so moved.
Second,
Moved and seconded.
long-winded, you can repeat all of that, Justin.
Can you say that one more time?
Yeah, one more time.
I
I'm glad I had a crown today and I'm still numb. That was hard.
Oh, that's
The
good.
recording stopped. Can we do that again?
Yeah, one more
Okay.
You did good.
Take that camera off.
So on Andy's motion.
Yeah.
It's motion and second.
It's been moved and seconded. So, all those for?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Now I have a comment.
No comments.
I have a comment.
Go for it.
I want to thank council for taking the time to read this and try to understand it. And I know, Kelly, you were one that talked up early about wanting to get this done. And so I'm happy that we've actually reached this point at this early time to get this done. And I appreciate your patience because it did take me a little bit longer than I thought it would. But we're there. Thank you very much.
One more step forward.
So I'm making notes here. All right. Next item was to adjourn in executive session. I don't believe we have anything for that. Somebody.
Well, I guess it's because the mayor's not here. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
for the personnel.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
So,
Second.
Step forward, say the magic words.
Oh, no, turn it over. Turn tape over. Turn tape over.
Killing me.
so there's no reconvene or take actions on executive sessions because we do not have one. The next one are the reports. First one is the mayor's report. I did reach out to the auditors just to get some kind of update so we can report on it. Now they said it's going smooth. They're taking a little longer than anticipated just because they're a new auditor, new to our books, just asking everything. But they had no issue right now. We're moving along without any issue. So they want to update on the junk vehicles on Hackamore. There's not an update at this time. We don't have any clarification from either the HOA or DOA, excuse me.
Hey Barbara, can I ask her a question? Has there been any movement of vehicles?
Yes, actually, I was out there feeding the cats one day, and they were out there moving the vehicles, so half of them are gone, and I kind of like freaked out at them, and I said, how would you like to live like a pigsty next to your property? And the son, I kind of let in a little bit, and then he talked about buying the property they have for sale, and I said, you're welcome to buy it, but I'm going to be the same bitch that I am about this. So I said, if you want to put all the vehicles in the barn, it's fine. I don't want to look at them. But the poor kid told me, well, nobody told my dad that it was in a HOA. So when I got home that day, I got the kid's phone number here. I sent him copies of the recorded notice of property being in an HOA with his daddy's signature on it. Then he told me daddy paid $50,000 some odd dollars for the property, but since he's paying $700 a month for 15 years, it'll be over $100,000 for that little whack of property. He goes, what can my dad do? And I said, I don't know, but I feel bad for the guy. So yeah, half of them are gone. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, half.
Thank you for the update.
And I do have the phone number of the son, so if it gets too long, I will complain again.
Next report, Next report for city council, does anybody have anything?
His daddy was across.
Yes, just to let the council know, there was a gentleman came last meeting and asked about the Pinch Point project, and gave us information, asked questions, et cetera. Well, just so happens, I'm on my property, Valley Lodge, and the surveyors are there on my property, looking at my property. And you always go, somebody buying it? So what it is that they're mapping out GPS locations of every point upstream. It stops at my property, inside of my property, and goes all the way down to the curb, and then it stops a ways down there. Then it picks up again when the river comes back towards the bridge. There's points there that they're measuring there, like where the cars fall in the river and that kind of stuff. So it was very interesting. He showed me a map. He showed me the places where they had already pegged it, and explained to me that the type of job they're looking to do is what I thought they were going to do is take these big metal things, 100-foot, drill them down, but they're also going to take a wire and fill it with rock and put it as a backstop. And I told him, that's what they did in Richmond. And I said, man, my experience with New Orleans says that's not going to work. The river's going to come underneath and eat it out, and we're going to have a problem. So, hey, engineering, that's not my forte, but I know a little bit about it. I slept at Motel 6 the other night.
I was looking else to add on that too. So there's a rare mussel clam that's in the Brazos River. And the divers are picking them up now at 59 in Sugarland. They're picking them up. And I said, well, why are they doing Sugarland before us? Because we need to be done before Sugarland. And Mark Volvo said, because Fort Bend County owns both sides of that river, so they can blow and go. But the property that I'm selling down the street, he just got a letter from the acquisition company saying that they are going to be starting the Boot Hill bypass in 45 days from March 11th. So once that goes in, Mark said they have to correlate that road going in with the building of the erosion wall so that the people won't be landlocked at the end of the road. And also, Mark told me that Fort Bend County was originally going to only get like $3 or $4 million from the GLOW grant to do the erosion wall. And some other company, was like ASCH or something like that, stepped in and said that they want their name all over the project in Simonton, so they're putting in $25 million for our erosion wall. And Mark said that lawyers have to rewrite all the paperwork so that their name goes on everything. So I just found that out a couple weeks ago, thank God.
To go along with that, so they were doing the study, because I called the county and to get the same to get an update. And so they were finishing up the study, the mussel study they have to do. They're doing the surveys, as you put, but they're also in the point of measuring and looking for the acquisition of land where they're going to have to build on. And so they were actually figuring out the funding right now and should have something done hopefully by the end of this month where that part's finalized.
Yeah, they're pushing.
The next step.
They're really pushing.
So they're talking about buying the land or just taking the land?
No, they were talking about buying they're doing purchase. That's where they were discussing it from, the areas where they're going to have to build, beyond, and what's going to happen.
So the gentleman I talked to also talked about how the river changes, right? The channel's moving all over the place. He says, I went down by your property, and you have a sandbar now. I said, yeah, it wasn't there until Harvey. And after that, the channel moved or something, so the whole river channels moved. And then I said, well, what about the property across the river? He says, that's state-owned. He wanted to go hunt hogs on there, and they wouldn't let him. State-owned. I went, state? It's in Austin County, of course, right? Interesting. Take it from them. There'll be a lot of people giving up land in because I saw the markers. Okay, that was it.
And I'll see if I can get my reports and stuff posted. Just the stuff that I just got from and actually posted so everybody can see what we see.
Okay.
Next one is C, City Attorney. Any reports? No. City staff? No reports. Keep Simonton beautiful.
No, sir.
EDC's A and B. Met, report on that one is where the two met together and actually continuance of the last meeting, trying to understand what kind of project, what we can do, what it needs to look like from the CPAC, what the city should do. It's more of a project for understanding what we need to do and who to engage. So it's moving forward over there.
Yeah.
That's all I have on that one. That is all I have. Still have the 2 items on unfinished business for Langford.
Well, in reference to that, Justin,
Go ahead.
the Langford is one that the mayor and I have been off and on trying to get time to get done. I think it's very important that we schedule them for the next meeting because there will be a new council, a new mayor come May. And there are things that have to change, documents that have to change, responsibilities have to change, and on the Langford agreements, because Kelly is one signature, the mayor is one signature, and there are positions and names on it that I've always questioned who's doing it. And so I'd like to ask that Langford have a representative at our April meeting prepared to discuss I, J, K, and N from their proposal. And at the same time, we should maybe have a, I don't know if it's a closed session, Phil, or whatever, on reappointment of responsibilities
As far as who's appointed within the
within the
agreement
contract.
Yeah, it may not be worthy of, or fall under 551, the closed session, but I can take a look to see.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you would.
If that grant's moving forward, does it need additional signatories on that? Or is it, once it's signed, it moves forward?
It depends on the roles and responsibilities. My guess is that it would need to be updated if, once the new mayor is appointed and if there's changing council or anything like that, just any positions just need to be updated. Just like we would at the bank or any other place that has signatories, all those need to be
Everything changes
updated.
out.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should be. So,
And then you have a road you have to.
I have no roadway update. That is all I have. Anything from anybody else?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
You have a motion, is it second? So we moved and seconded, take a vote, all four?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous.
What time is it?
7, please.
23.